Alright, what I'm going to do as well is do this and change for that. Cool. Alright. 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 Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, navigation looks good. Fuel levels stable. Shields look good. Stealth drive acceptable. Hull integrity's good. Yeah, everything looks good. Hey.
Hey?
No, sorry, just got back. Wake up on your own?
No. I at least wasn't woken up by metal clinking for once.
What was it this time?
Val.
Huh? I didn't get that.
Val.
Oh. Does she always just come barging into your room?
She's quiet about it.
We should really put locks on these doors.
At the very least, set them to not open from every person walking by.
That would be nice at least, yeah.
They literally have control panels. Why are they set for proximity?
I think the captain did that. I'd make a guess.
So annoying.
Yeah, you're telling me. You know how annoying it is when I'm trying to take a nap and Big and Ugly just goes stomping by night patrols because he can't sleep?
Be fair, he'd be doing that anyway.
Nah, true.
You'd still hear the big metal stomping. Walls aren't exactly that soundproof.
We need to order some, like, earbud, earplugs or something.
That wouldn't help me.
Yeah, because you're... Yeah.
Guess I could, like, try and tape foam to my horns or something.
How does that work, actually? I'm looking at it.
I pick up on vibrations, same as yours. Just different method.
Except yours are more outward instead of inward like our ears.
I also do pick up on more than just vibrations from sound.
Oh.
Odds are, if you're in the same room as me, even if I haven't looked at you, I know exactly where you are.
Terrifying. But very useful.
It gets easier to tell when someone's breathing hard or when their heart's beating fast.
Scary accurate. Was it getting annoying here?
It was a sense honed for open plains, so...
That makes sense.
It's a little over-tuned at times for indoors.
I can imagine. The hum of the engine, anytime something hits our shields or bounces off, all the... Well, I guess there wouldn't be sounds outside because it's fucking space, but...
It takes getting used to.
I can imagine.
Honestly, I was joking about it, but the idea of just wrapping them in foam might not be a bad one.
We could hit the marketplaces at some point. But first, Captain has given us a task to do. We're gonna divvy up the loot amongst ourselves. AKA, who gets...
At least sounds like something that won't result in a dent in her bank account, for once.
True. Yeah, but once we're done with that, we could maybe go to the markets that are nearby. We're in close enough proximity to the rest of Tartarus space, we could probably do it. I'm back. Captain's given us the task of divvying up the loot amongst ourselves.
We'll be taking what then?
Planet, the ships, its people.
Who wants them? That's the question.
Oh, we'll have to sit down and figure it out.
The other two are in the... What do we want to call that over there?
The rec room? I'll go let them know.
I guess so.
Maybe we can actually use the meeting room again.
Yeah.
Possibly. I did find the missing ship, by the way.
Oh, good.
And hydroponics of all places.
Who the fuck put it in there?
I have no clue.
Why is that room labeled as artifacts?
I live with it.
Hey, I'm back.
I just did that.
What? It's a spacesuit.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure, like, what that was at first.
No, I just need to change it out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hope everyone's rested. Captain has given us a task. We're not going out and doing something, except now we get to do what all good conquerors strive for, divvying up the loot. AKA the planet, the ships, the people we took under our wing, and probably...
Taking one of the energy swords.
That's fine. We got a shit ton of them.
Wonderful.
And then that's all you want. You do you.
That's not all I want.
I might grab one of those guns.
Which one?
Something I don't have to manually. I'll fucking know. I'll figure it out.
There's
a
few good guns.
Plasma sounds nice.
Well, we got a lot of guns. We got a whole ship. We got a whole fleet's worth of tiny spacecraft to divvy out.
Maybe a gun that won't explode as soon as it gets a little heat.
That's-
Or if I use it as a blunt object.
Maybe take the guns off one of the dead worm things.
There's also the hammer as well.
The hammer will work well for you.
Maybe.
Huh.
Tempting.
Is there more than the one of those?
The hammer? I think
You know,
it's
they only
the
used one.
No, it's just the big ape guy. I'm sure they got more in stock, just need to go look for it.
Eh.
It was that guy even the captain, by the way?
I have no fucking clue.
Probably.
He was fun to fight. Sorry he kind of bugged you out a bit.
Tried to force him to pay attention, but he was too interested in you. I got the worms
Yeah.
mostly to myself, for better or worse.
Right. Otherwise, I'm gonna go
Let's
change.
focus on the most.
We can use the conference room to talk things over. I'm gonna go
Probably
change,
a good
Sounds
idea.
good. I'll be there in a moment.
I'm gonna go change out of this.
You know, out of everyone to get grabbed by one of those worm things, I'm kind of glad it was me instead of one of you.
Hmm.
At least with the fire resistance, I didn't die.
Hello, welcome, Jam.
Like a shield for one arm and a Gatling cannon in the other.
I have
Very
a little
strong
bit of understanding towards that. I was given a little bit
Well,
of
I mean, I'm interested in it, but it might be a little too big and heavy for my liking.
There.
So if there is only one, it's definitely
A lot
yours.
of neat weaponry though, that's
I mean,
for sure.
I also already have a melee
gauntlets,
weapon. That's the thing.
stabby.
I did see some
More
of it,
weapons is never a bad thing.
so there was some
Fair enough.
intrigue.
Indeed.
Okay.
If you need to go quickly fix up this situation, you know where the option is.
Alright. Oh, these are nice chairs. Alright. Now then. We got a few things up on the table as far as knowledge serves. The pirates we've taken out, the pirates and the colonists on the ship that we've taken over, or taken under our wing, are now ours to do with as we please. So, we have the planet they were attempted to colonize, and potentially the two planets that were nearby, the small cruiser and the colony ship, as long as whatever technologies are on board. And all that scrap that was floating around in space, that ship graveyard that was nearby. So.
Indeed. The log said they weren't sure what blasted it, but they at least know it's been there for some time.
Mm-hmm. And I know the three of us went over what happened, but it wouldn't be terrible, since with the two of you here now, go over again what we learned and where we're at.
Admittedly, I may have missed some details on account of getting my head bashed in.
True.
That's enough to get you missing details. Well, that might be a problem for the future.
Indeed. If anything.
I can remember the important parts.
Details,
Mm-hmm.
They had, I believe,
just being a little smart,
cultivating
so-
equipment in one of the ships.
You
If I'm
mean
not mistaken.
you mean the shielding, the environmental shielding technology?
Yes, that.
That'll be done as well. Yes, everything is
There were.
basically ours. To do with as we please.
Indeed.
What plans we have for them, we can decide now. Of course, we're missing a few. We're missing a few members of the group. What we could do is maybe get some ideas out there and then put up for a vote if we want to be democratic about it.
I would say, in a sense, see which ones are warriors and see which ones are more meant for the labs or others, if you catch my drift. Where they specialize in, set the people up that way. Equipment-wise,
For
though.
a moment, I thought you were
Well.
about to offer people for dissection there.
No. Yeah, I understand it sounds like that, but
Let's remember these are
I'm used to this.
these are citizens of Tartarus and should be treated as
Well,
such.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
likewise.
so and they're not
This is my
slaves,
wording
but
for.
they're not slaves, but we have jurisdiction of where they go, what they do for the most part.
My vote is just see which ones are willing to go into the military, and then the rest just get shipped off home.
Where's home though?
Or wherever they wish.
Remember, they're a colonist ship.
Tartarus?
Could still have them colonized just under Tartarus' name.
Indeed.
So let's see.
Not a bad idea, actually.
We're going to be going further and further away from Tartarus space. Having a drip of resources or a place to come back to invest in wouldn't be a terrible idea.
It is definitely not.
I agree
I've
with
come up
that.
with some of an idea
That
myself.
makes sense.
I'd hate to just ship them off somewhere and have them not be our problem. Well, that would be nice to, just have our own little thing, but we're gonna be on our own for a lot of
It would
it.
also be a nice spot to have a resupply point nearby. Like you said, we're almost out of Tartarus zone, so...
The further and further
Indeed,
out
I
we
think
go,
it's a
the
pretty good-
the worse and worse our supply routes will be. Logistics will get hard.
Plus, if they
So-
try to pull anything,
place
if we were enough before, we'd be enough then.
Hmm.
We could let them go ahead with their colonization plans.
I mean, that is what we are suggesting. It's not a bad idea. Though, I do think it's a good idea to help them, if need to be, clear out the area. If there's any
Do they know
extra
much about
harmful
that
beings.
Planet itself? Any sort of wildlife or anything of the sort on it?
I'm sure there's
Not that
some,
I'm aware
but
of.
we have to do a little bit more probing into the environment to get a more detailed scan to get anything like that.
Since
I
they
would be
probably
down for a
already
good
have
hunt
the
if need be.
equipment-
It wouldn't be out of the question
Since they
for
probably
sure.
already have the equipment,
Also,
we
it would
could
probably
have
be
them
useful-
scan the planet for us a bit more
Yeah.
to get a better idea of the surroundings.
It'd also probably be pretty prevalent to see what kind of rare resources the planet might have. After all, each planet's different.
Right.
Indeed.
And we might want to figure out what kind of colony we want it to be. Sure, they can colonize, but I think we should steer the direction of what they specialize in. Of course, after getting a good idea of what's on the planet,
Idea
of course.
land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that we would have to see where they specialize in the first place. It would not make sense for us to decide without seeing what the people are capable of. After all,
For
we
the
can
most-
decide, we're going to have them as a scientific research colony, while 90% of them are farmers.
Mm-hmm.
True. For the most part, it seems that some of them are.
If I may interject,
Go ahead.
So, how many of there are us total?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roughly
8 or 9.
roughly 8, 9. Well, 10. 9 to 10.
We have 10. Why not divvy it up between that? Take the civilian populace, divvy it out by percentile. Hand a percentile to each member. Manage a colony through that.
Not a bad idea. Each person would be specialized in where we stand at. Tended to do a bit of gardening and more and before all
No, that
this,
will
I could
require
at least
a lot
help
of
out some
coordination
there.
between all of us in general.
It
A lot
would.
more than us just
Yes,
assigning as
but that also
one.
means governance has to be taken into account.
It also
The only
would
thing
help
I
build
worry
our
about
team
with that
a
is
bit more.
factions appearing because of it. You know how
I
people
feel like it would
their
be better
teams.
even if there are specific groups that are managed more by one person than another. The people aren't necessarily strictly divided up between anyone.
We can maybe stick with the idea of each one of us getting our own group, but maybe having them join on a volunteer basis to start off with. Let the ones who actually want to do the work. Let the ones who actually want to do the work we're suggesting join up. More motivated workers are better workers, after all.
True.
Last thing we want is to force a group anyways. That will just
Exactly.
breed contempt and, after a while, probably lead to problems.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
We'll keep them here then.
The rest of this.
We'll come up with our own projects and have them join on a basis. We can divvy up the planet based on what we find through our initial scans. I think that's fair.
Not a bad idea.
As for the ships themselves, the smaller cruiser has a small squadron of dropships and looks like fighters that are meant for what's I'm looking for? Fighting on planet, an atmosphere, and an orbit. So they're versatile. And of course we have the colony ship. You mentioned you want to look at the technology.
A little bit more than that. I would like to get my hands on them a bit. Depending on general opinion on that.
Opinions?
I know basically nothing about tech, so at that point, you lost me.
I wouldn't even know what to do with either of those big ships, so I don't care what happens to them.
For the most part, I believe try not to blow it up. Outside that,
Plans for them. Do not worry.
of course.
You're gonna turn them into minis, are you?
No.
I would think at least one of the two bigger ships may be best to leave more so for use of the colony itself.
I'd say the colony ship in that case then would do a good enough job. It is
I
what it's
would
designed
like to
for.
say- if we
Figure out
find
what
a-
to do with the more militarized ships.
The cruiser.
There is an idea.
We could probably use them for supplies if need be.
No.
Oh.
My plan is using it for reconnaissance and forward scouting.
Fair.
But counterpoint, isn't those ships much larger than, say, this one? Or this one would be more useful with reconnaissance, while the other seems to be more of an assault ship.
But the defenses
The
on
other one
this
would
ship
have larger
compared to
range.
that one.
That too.
Maybe we can outfit it with some better stealth technology. If we're able
It's
to get our
not
hands on
impossible.
it.
But
Just
Or even
wanted to
just
know
use it to
that-
take our ship closer in than
possibility.
stealth with this one.
I was going to say, we did sneak up on that ship using this one. I want
Yes.
to keep that in mind.
I will.
So, it's right
I will
on
also
this.
note
true. But still,
And
the.
the point as
I'll
well,
let you go first.
they are pirates, as their profession. Why not put them to work as privateers for us?
exactly.
No, but I will at least say this: if you are to get your hands on it, I saw some of the connections of their system. You might have some work ahead of you because some things weren't even fully connected properly to some parts.
It is
That
not
might
impossible
be-
to fix.
No, I'm just letting you know.
That's
ahead of
what
time,
that's
though,
what
so you
software
are aware.
that's what engineers and software engineers are for. Let them.
Indeed.
Then,
Do you think it was more likely it was just always like that, or did they start pulling things apart in response to us boarding?
Could be.
One of the
I
two.
do actually have something then in mind. A little
Hmm.
bit regarding to your other plan of us managing, each individual managing their own section of the colony. What if instead of that we do it for the privateers, if we are going with the idea of having privateers, each one of us, on an obviously per sign-up basis, manage and train each privateer in our own way.
I like that. That sounds interesting.
It could work.
That way each group of privateers will more or less function as a, albeit probably less effective, but version of us. Each with their own upsides and downsides that they should cover each other for.
Indeed.
That's an idea. But do we have the ships to give each
Craft for it, exactly.
the craft and their current crew? And as it stands, their capacity was pretty much to maximize the efficiency of that cruiser that they had.
And if they're pirates, presumably we could use them to procure more ships in the future.
That's the thought.
But I also wasn't suggesting having separate ships anyways. They could all operate under the same ship, much like we do here.
Giving them some pointers in combat would be good. They have some strengths that they can exploit that they haven't been.
I will say this:
The
the ones
reason-
that were. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The reason again why I did suggest this is because, for example, I would have no idea of how to manage a colony other than making them able to fight well. And that's about it.
Do we want to do this instead? Have some of you focus on the privateers while others focus on administration of the colony?
I'm fine with
Be
both.
fine with that.
That would work.
That way you can focus on
And
what
worst
you...
case scenario, if we do end up doing the colony idea as well, I'll just train some people on how to fight, so if they do have a pirate situation, or something worse, they should be able to deal with it.
Okay. I think that works. Oh. You had something?
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
There are a few of them that are well trained brawlers in a sense. The ones that were with the energy swords.
Ah, the split-lipped
They
ones.
seem- yes, they seem to be advanced and technical in some parts. Though some can be a bit honorable death and more so other turns. But they are quite interesting.
By all means.
Those ones did seem to be the ones that were allowed the most individuality in terms of their gear.
Indeed.
See if you can get a favor of those ones. They seem to be a little bit more in charge.
That would be the plan.
I assume the
Probably
three
the
of you
best
then
way
want to
to-
focus on privateers.
Personally,
At least
it's
once things
probably
are
where
set
I'd
up.
be most useful, yeah.
I wouldn't know shit about actually running things there, but at least early on, before there's a solid supply of food or farms or the like, my people do specialize in hunting and foraging.
I can assist with farming and/or training if need be, one of the two.
I can train up guards.
So, if that is the case, roll of administration fall to.
Good point.
I can take that.
So shall I. I can handle that along with the privateers as well. A little bit of an
To be honest, I was just
multitask.
kind of assuming we were going to push that off on the captain. But that works too.
Either that or the AI.
The AI being the one that lost its mind and Gatling gunned down to most of the ship.
They're normally fine.
Normally.
I don't
Shot me a
believe
few
they'll
more
be
times than
fine
I'd
with an
like.
AI running them. Does not sound right. But that is
That's
me
fair.
personally.
I'm just listing off those that I think would be decent for the job, but the only other one I could think of is, what's his name? The one who normally sleeps up there.
Yeah, that one.
I'm sorry, it's been a hot minute, a lot of treatments recently. My brain's a little scattered on names right now.
It's fine.
You're good. Do not worry.
We got knocked around a little bit, so that's only fair.
I was knocked around a lot more than most everyone here. That's why I'm hoping from this
Well, congratulations.
collection of resources.
You get-
yeah, thank you.
Get yourself a cookie.
I'd like to
I
point
was
out
about to
again
say,
I
if
had
you-
to fight two of those big worm fuckers almost entirely alone.
I did also get grabbed by one of those things and point blank
Yeah, I
blasted
saw
for a
that.
solid
I
minute.
saw that. I saw that. I had to deal with most of these sword fighters, and they are.
Yes, we're all very
I would
impressive.
say they are worse.
Well, anyways, with the
Are you
victory
jealous?
contest over.
Me? Not really.
I mean, you had to watch our rear, so I'd assume you would want to see more action.
I got my own fair share of action. I was fine.
Therapist office.
Which is honestly probably the worst thing ever.
Right, so we got all that sorted out. There is still the scrap surrounding the area. I actually had a thought for all of that. Maybe we can fashion something
What's your
to
thought?
fashion into a refueling point.
How much of it is
Not a bad
usable,
idea.
though?
Great question.
We're gonna have to have someone look over
Like
it.
I
then.
said, I have no clue about tags, so I don't know how useful space debris will be for us.
Your voice
You're
module is cutting
there,
out.
big guy. Sorry, it's seeming like you're. You might need a few minutes there, big guy.
Oh,
I
Hmm.
I think he got an update.
I think he did. Wait for
I
it.
can't believe the
Spontaneous
bureaucrats got him.
Wait
therapy.
for
We've lost
The
him.
bureaucrat's
He's
got
gone.
him.
No.
He's gone.
Damn
We've lost
bureaucrats.
another one. The bureaucrat's gone.
Damn bureaucrats.
Bureaucrats whisked him away to therapy moment.
That's a
It's
deer.
like, you're talking about therapy? Well, why don't we yoink?
You have cheese in front of your face. You want to move forward real quick?
No, it's gone now.
There you
got
go.
it.
You got it.
What was wrong?
No,
There's
he's
a bit
good
of
now.
cheese that was on
No.
your face a little bit.
Oh, okay.
No, I know some of these are
Let's
steak.
try
Why don't we
this
have those in more
again.
rooms?
Hmm.
No, that's true. As you were saying.
So, we take the debris, melt it down, and use it to build the colony.
Yeah, that's fine too.
You know, that might be a good idea.
So,
I was going to propose they just live out of their ship for a while until they build their own place.
I don't
It's much more
remember
cost
though.
efficient.
There are two
Fair
things I don't remember. I don't remember if they already checked the ship that was all that scrap out there, checked if there was anything left remaining inside, or if they have already collected it. I do not recall if that was in their logs.
From what I remember, they knew that it had been destroyed for a while before they were actually there, but it didn't seem like they had the chance to investigate much further. Assuming they even cared to.
Yeah. So, 2 in 1 thing, collect the scrap and see if there's anything useful left over that hasn't floaten out, or otherwise, just poof.
Well, not poof, just reutilize it.
Well, when I say poof, I mean taken by something else.
Well, what else?
Other passive buyers. Gravity just slowly pulling it out.
Last I checked, it should still be there. Correct?
Well,
But
the
yeah,
ship.
in terms of gear to divvy up, I'll take any. I'll take any gun that they have that might be fireproof enough, and then I'll take probably that grav hammer.
well, they're all
Honestly,
they
this-
all use some variation of plasma. I'm assuming it's all very heat resistant.
There was some odd ones I saw that had
We'll
purple
see.
crystal or pink crystal.
We'll see
in
how
it,
many of them I
believe.
burn out.
You really think you're hotter than plasma?
I don't know.
Okay.
There was
I just care about having one that I can either reload one-handed or don't have to worry about reloading, so I don't have to drop my damn shield every time I want to reload.
Some of them look like they had a overheat system.
I will say there is also a difference between short bursts of heat that the plasma shots would cause, and then also
Prolonged.
continuous heat.
Yeah.
There were
Everything has a
also,
melting
I
point.
believe there were some guns that had odd pink crystals in them. I believe from what
yeah.
I saw, I could be wrong.
Again,
Those
we'll
look
have
intriguing.
plenty of opportunities to test out whatever the hell we want in the coming days. So
I'm not worried. Worst case scenario, I'm stuck with my old gear, and that
oh, it's worked fine for you
That's
so
fine.
far.
I would like to at least
it
see
still
if there's
kills
some.
people just fine enough, and still knocks people out. That's all I really care about.
That
I would like
checks
to see
out.
if there's any pieces left over to craft some form of protective armor for me when I'm in melee more often.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty. I mean, shit, take your pick. Go grab what you want. Don't forget, this shit's ours. Do with it what you
Yeah, that's
want
not
within
my way.
reason. Do with it what you want within reason.
Might be worth looking into a helmet.
For you, absolutely.
Can't
Considering-
recommend it.
Well, you can't. Well, you can't really headbutt people with the helmet on, or can you?
She can.
I have
I've
a
seen it.
helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's more of a
Just need
face
to make
visor,
sure the
but
helmet
still.
is capable of withstanding her headbutts.
Mine would
Many
just
times.
be something that can help me stealth and sneak up on people, along with at least taking a few more hits than what I'm currently wearing.
I mean, so far I haven't headbutt you other than training. You've been doing good so far on not getting headbutted.
I have avoided
Unlike
it.
you.
It's been outside comp. That's been outside any sparring and whatnot. What the hell you mean?
Yeah. I headbutted you a couple times outside of sparring.
Like 2.
I do have a pretty solid idea of what to say if I do, for whatever reason, want to get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna go there?
That's the reason I'm not saying it.
Hmm.
Is there anything else of interest that would we need to look into in the equipment?
In terms of equipment, no. That's pretty much all the divvying up there is to do at the moment. The only other thing, again, is going over what we learned. Again, 3 of us went through and rehashed out what we thought. I wasn't there. I had just to read that after action report. So if we want to recover or go over again what was covered.
Go for it.
Memory serves. I very well might be misremembering, so correct me if I am. Found some star charts for a region of space that we, as Tartarians, believe to be abandoned, dead.
Yeah, that, okay.
And in those star charts, we found a planet that the pirates and I don't know if the colonists have found an interest in, but mostly the pirates had taken interest in is Zemuria.
I believe it was a specific continent rather than the whole planet labeled as that.
Fair enough. That's the only name we got. So let's just colloquially just call it Zemuria for the time being. Now,
Indeed.
Zemuria lines up with that handwritten note we got from the Agri world, where they developed their environmental technology. And the piece of environmental
It's a
tech.
kind of dumb name. I could see it.
The environmental tech that the pirates stole was going to Zemuria. Now, what the Empire has interest in the dead region of space, I don't know. We could probably do some poking around, but I doubt any of us will have access.
I take it it's going to be a little while before we're able to get there, since you said it was in dead space.
I mean, that brings another point. Is that even something we want to investigate? Oh, some
It'd
pirates.
be interesting. Worst case scenario, there's wildlife there that needs, well, a little beat down, but if there's sending environmental shielding and colonists for the most part there, then might be something useful that we don't know about.
Well, from the looks of it, they also tried to black it out.
Which would say it's being hidden for a reason.
Protected, maybe.
I am curious what that reason is.
Don't know.
Either way, it sounds interesting.
Of course, my thought process is how does this go towards the war effort? It would be more of a
Like
personal.
I said, worst case scenario, we find an abandoned world with no living thing in it, and a a lot of resources.
True.
Best
Assuming
case
we're not the
scenario,
only
we find
ones
a
to
hidden
believe it to be a
colony or
dead
whatever
zone.
that we can bring into the Tartarian fold.
Hmm.
It could potentially be a tactical advantage.
Indeed.
Potentially.
For now, until we get there, I'd say we focus on the surroundings and, well,
We should probably get
Try.
the colony established first before we do anything else, but that
Of
might
course.
be a close second thing we do. At
Yes,
least in my
And if I
opinion.
remember correctly, it was within a couple of jumps of where the colony is, so I'd say it wouldn't be too difficult to just take a look at some point.
Right. I had suggested the other day that we set up some sort of like a barrier or some sort of line around the dead zone. It's a dead zone for a reason. I like to know why before going in there.
so basically place like a security camera or a drone there to watch the area, and if something goes in, comes out, etc.
It's a it's a cluster of star systems. We're gonna need a little more than a drone.
I don't know how
We can
it
set
works.
up on the
though.
outside, but we will need to go in there to figure out what's happening,
Right.
regardless.
Indeed.
Hence why I want to kind of surround the area a bit first. Get a better idea of what we're looking at. And of course, let's not forget, we also have our regular duties of the rebels and whatever is going on in that space station, that city.
Quite. Everyone turning to ash and perishing.
Yes. We still have our work
Have
cut
we
out
even
for
got
us.
any more leads on that?
No.
Well, we can't really go forward with that until we get more information, can we?
No.
So this might be a good distraction until something else pops up.
Could be.
Indeed.
Could be. Well, of course, at the end of the day, we can only suggest so much, as it's the captain that determines where we go.
Of course.
But in the meantime, we may want to focus on other things before we look more into this Zamaria place.
Well, we got the colony.
Yeah, like I said, we
Well,
need to
the-
get the colony set
Well-
up first before
well,
anything.
yeah,
It's
besi-
not like
well,
we're
besides
dragging them
that.
around everywhere.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I more meant any other places of interest nearby, too.
I'm sure there's abandoned facilities and the like that we're gonna have to look into again. It seems to be our MO for the time being. At least it's not totally boring.
True.
I was going to say, there's more boring things out there than just that.
Could be forever sentry duty. Ugh, fuck that.
We could be in the bureaucrat's office for a while.
Don't
I
say
don't
that,
know.
please. That's where
Well,
they
actually-
didn't hear that.
At least I got a good laugh out of it.
I don't think they'd let most of us stay for long.
No, they would
No,
not.
most of us would not stay too long.
Right.
Speaking about bureaucrat stuff, you still using his card for your crafts?
Different one.
Who's you on now?
Don't worry about it.
Is it someone in the room? Alright, then I don't
That's
care.
all I care about.
Good.
Like what?
God, that was a mess to explain to the creditors. Ugh.
It's still entertaining.
For you. Nah, fuck Thank you. Ugh. Well, as far as things go, discussions, that's about it.
I guess so.
I take it the meeting is adjourned then.
For the moment, yeah. I have been alerted that we are near a marketplace out here in Tartarus space if we wish to go there at some point. Is one
The package for me again.
is one that the captain apparently frequents every now and then when out in this size space. If that
Is
should
it
tell you.
something you're planning on today?
We can. Unless you want to make a list so we can go another day.
Hell, we could go 2 days. I don't really care. Something to entertain me, at least.
Who knows what could be there even. Might be something interesting to pick up.
Could be. Well, I described it's in non-traditional.
Non-traditional.
I also buy things there.
I figured you'd been out.
Just be sure to use his card when you do.
Don't.
I don't need any charges on mine yet.
That you know of.
Recall correctly, I think I'm still using one of the latest cards from a.
God,
Prior
she's
class
cute.
next.
God damn it, dude.
You need to get shoes on?
I thought they were
That
wearing
might help.
shoes this entire time.
I thought that was on purpose.
To be honest, I forgot I didn't have any on.
You'd think you'd feel that. Especially on the cold
I know, I
floors.
was just being lazy about it at first.
That's true.
What if they can't feel cold though?
I don't know. You should ask them.
Yeah, okay. I was coming back to wonder if they could feel cold. But they didn't realize they were not wearing boots.
Jeez.
So it looks like we're possibly doing the market by how it sounds.
We definitely can. I want to gauge how the players are feeling.
The flooring moved.
Well, it does seem that they look to be pushing towards it with how they reacted.
I
Mhm.
don't know if they're.
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's give them a little bit of time to kind of
Yep. figure it out.
figure
Yeah,
out what
that's
they
all good.
want.
And then I also got some other stuff that could possibly be done with NPC
Okay.
units and all that stuff. As you took a look in the DM comms chatter when I was done.
Alright,
doing
if we-
some stuff there.
All right, if we want to go to the market, I can get the Navi computed started. If you guys want to have some time to figure out what you might want.
I don't know.
It really depends on what the place is like and what it has.
Stop touching buttons.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Maybe I'll get me a bonsai tree to help me with
Shields holding steady.
meditation.
Fuel
if they have any.
levels acceptable.
Why are there no controls over here?
It's more like a command bridge. That's where the captain is and yells at all the people around the bridge to shout orders. No, I didn't design this damn ship. It's on a nearby asteroid. It's on a nearby, I think, asteroid belt. Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see it. Alright, I'll get us going.
Should we be sitting down for you jumping into FTL?
It's not gonna be FTL. It's gonna be sublight.
Fair enough.
It's not that far away. Captain's fine with us taking the ship out. We're close enough that she can get here fast if worse comes to worse, which it shouldn't.
Does she not even get a chair up here?
Nope.
I guess not.
Well, because they're not usually there. It's an observation point. You walk up to it to look around and then walk back down. That is the design for it. But I actually have something to explain this. Give me a moment.
Is he grabbing one of his model ships?
I think so.
he is.
I understand the idea of an observation deck.
Oh, and
It just feels a little pointless to me.
also, for immersion's sake, if you wish to, you can open up your fate menu and toggle FTL drive.
I thought you said we weren't going FTL.
It looks like it, but we're not. This way it looks like we're moving. So just deal with it.
Just so you know, when you toggle it off, you go to
Move your eyes.
an actual planet, by the by.
Wait,
The mind's eye is a wonderful thing.
It is.
Okay.
alright. So, as you can see here, this is an exact copy of the ship in small
Oh
form.
boy.
I believe this is
How many explosives are packed in that thing?
Yes.
none.
No.
Got little models of us in there, right?
Yes.
He 3D scanned us. Without our consent,
Is
I
there-
might add.
Please tell me one of those that you made of the models has, for him at least, is inside one of the walls.
No, I would rather it be the loud man, the one that has the accent.
So, as you can see here,
But him the most.
this is mainly an actual observation point. Same as here. But here has a lot more open space, both at the top and the bottom. So, if you were the captain, for example, you'd be standing right here and have the best view of everything in front of you, allowing you to get a better idea of what's going on. Simple as that. This kind of stuff pays off a bit. Really does.
I think it would at least make sense to either give the walkway a glass floor or
trees here and there.
set up some sort of hologram to have a 360-degree view.
Too expensive.
True.
Cost
Glass
efficiency
floor is too
way better.
expensive.
No, the glass floor is not. The hologram is.
I mean, there's glass flooring right here, though.
There is.
Yeah, which is why I don't get why it's not up here, too.
Well, because walk all the way forward and then look down. You'll see why.
Some of the view is still blocked.
Not really.
It's not that bad of a view. I think it's pretty fine.
There we go.
I'm gonna get dizzy if I stare out there too long.
They should stare at more.
And that's on you. us back.
Go ahead. I find it mesmerizing.
I
What?
mean, it's pretty, but motion's a lot.
Well, don't worry. It shouldn't be too much longer. Should be there within the minute.
There we go.
And we should be there.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Alright, I'll get us to the docking bay. Actually, for something like this, they wouldn't have one.
Would they have a landing pad then, or something?
They should from the what the captain said. Let's head to the shuttle. Head to the shuttle, head on over.
Sorry.
I do have an award.
We
Don't worry
did.
about it.
We did a good job. You did a good job. Good job. You got the award. It was all you. We couldn't have done it. You don't remember that competition we did that one time? That was crazy, right?
How much violence was required to win?
Absolutely. Remember? You took that pipsqueak and you punted him into zero gravity. He was flipping into the sun.
Like the couch.
That's what happened at the couch. I thought
Is that not still orbiting our ship?
Well, I picked it up.
It still is. I threw it back up there again.
Why though?
I don't like it. I don't like the couch. At all.
You can add a little model couch orbiting the model ship.
No. It's a disgusting couch.
You know what? Here's an idea. Build a couch with explosives and give it to someone else you don't like.
No.
Send it to that bureaucrat.
No.
That one's
Couch
actually funny.
is a fate worse than anything else. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Fucking couch.
Couches are. That's some way to. Oh, I see.
There we go. Couch mentioned. Couch has been mentioned.
Couch deployed. Oh, my back. Alright.
But yeah, so what I actually put down as a thing was beta units from the Half-Life series, like beta combat units. So very sci-fi dystopian looking stuff that's more alien.
Oh,
Very much use.
nice.
Indeed.
My feet are killing me from work. There's a reason I'm not using full body right now.
My fucking eyes! Ah!
Yet again.
Weak.
Weak. Look at them all. Weak.
Praise
As
the
you
sun.
should.
Praise
As
the
you fucking
sun!
should.
The soul is!
There's the couch.
Oh, there it is! Look! There's that person you punted! They're roasted, orbiting the sun. Oh, that solar wind just fucked them up and now they're gone.
Wonderful. valuable.
Their life is more valuable as fuel for the sun.
Hell yeah. Alright, so
Extremely hot for everyone except Valerie.
I like to think there's some sort of shielding.
Augment.
Plus, he doesn't really travel all that well through space.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
More sort of light
Septimus.
and radiation that would heat up an atmosphere.
Oh, Septimus, don't look at the sun, you'll go blind. Oh, whatever. You know, I gotta call it like it is. I can't see shit. Alright, essentially, this is a black market.
Oh, wonderful. We love black market.
My own might.
So, roleplay
Okay, I might actually have to pull you to the side and ask a question then.
about things.
No, you fill in stuff first, and then I'll talk to you.
I was
I
actually
know
gonna
I'll
say,
have to ask a few questions
um,
too, but I'll wait for that.
for anything that's out of the ordinary that you need DM to ask, let me know, and we'll say it's you ask somebody to look into it to see if they have it. If they don't, they're like, oh, we don't have that here, but we can go over here. We can go to this area and look for it for you. Essentially, giving us a little bit of leeway to like, oh no, we don't have it, or yes, we have it. We can give it to you.
All right.
So that way it gives you guys a little bit of wiggle room to ask for some things that normally, so that way you don't have to, because I may not have all the answers at the moment, so gives us a little bit of wiggle room that way.
At least have like 3 things to probably ask for, but I'll let them do their questions first.
Yep.
I'll pull you off to the side for the questions. So, any general questions first should go first.
I guess I had to actually think on these a bit, so go ahead and do that because I actually need to think on like the
Okay.
right stuff. That's
Kick
the
it.
reason I was like, you go first.
Roger. What's up?
So, because of the funny thing of Dragon Cult being the whole reason for Valerie's existence,
Mm-hmm.
would there be any signs or presence of it here? Because if so, that will make her extremely uncomfortable.
Good question. Let me go bother the person who would know. Let me go type out that. It might take a little bit to get an answer, so here's how, just to make sure that it doesn't go prolonged for too long, you're just sitting here. Let's have, for the moment, no, but maybe say like a vendor shows up that might have some connections to it when I get an answer. And if no answer, then not at all. That good with you?
Since I'm in the chat, I'll just keep an eye on it too. So you don't have to interrupt anything to tell me.
Roger. Will do. I might do like a... Actually, no. You would see it, so never mind. Yep, that's fine.
I was going to say, worst case scenario, if you wanted to change it to an NPC to kind of signal fully that it's happening, you can. But if anything, I can just improvise
Yep.
from there.
That works.
One won't cut.
Okay.
It's the idea of more like a saber or something. Oh, hi there.
All right, you guys are free to go in.
So, here's my... Oh, God, that lens flare. I'm turning this way so I don't deal with that. That was getting to my fucking eye there for a moment. But anyway, so... I need to figure out the sword, because I do want a secondary sword, but I need to figure out what type I'm looking for, so I'll ask that one later when I figure out which one. One of the questions I have, because I'm going to be wondering about it, would there be ways for us to learn and get some of the Destiny subclasses, like Stasis or some other stuff, and would they have ways for, like... These are good questions to at least have for later. If not right now, I can worry about it later.
This would be a question for later.
Got it. Then the third thing, probably some fucking armor to help me out in some cases.
You would easily be able to find some armor.
Alright, cool. Well, then, I guess the sword I'm probably looking for is something more for a defensive style. Something to help me out, like... Because I know I definitely want to get rid of these claw hands, so I can probably go with an off-guard sword.
As long as it's not like uber crazy swordman of unobtainium or some shit.
Oh no, I want the Lich King sword. Give me the Lich King sword.
All right, so to get that. All right, so to get that, you have to. We're gonna catapult you into the sun. If you come out the other end, I'm giving it to you. Okay?
Can I just give myself the Moonlight Greatsword then?
See, for that one you gotta make it halfway through the sun. Once you get past the core, you're good. He has to make it to the other end. So.
What do we have to roll for that? And do I get advantage?
I feel like you need to roll an absurd amount of d20s.
I flip a coin. It's a double-sided coin, so you lose either way. It was rigged from the start. No, okay.
Oh, I
Let's have it
love
so that there is a technically non-zero chance of success.
We love it here. We love it. We love fucking around here sometimes.
Yeah, it lands on the edge.
I will cause that Nargar start a supernova. Get the fuck in there.
Clearly, if it lands on an edge,
The economy.
I'll pop out at some point to NPC, so have fun.
So is the fire decorative or...
I don't know. Someone cooking something on there?
It doesn't look like it.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting symbols on the land. What
Kind of place the captain send us to. Or suggest. Didn't know she was into this hippy dippy shit.
Run-down shithole.
Mean perfect place for illicit. I mean, for illicit goods. Yeah. About to say, let's be smart.
Nice here to me.
Sure, we can shoot our way out of here, but I prefer not to.
I'd rather not shoot
Not.
here.
This is a place I genuinely enjoy buying things from.
Fair.
I don't have my equipment on me, so...
What's with the fire orb?
Good.
I don't know.
What's that?
That is something interesting.
I don't know. Ask one of the merchants. I mean, I know.
Probably.
Maybe it's a replica sun.
I think technically we're
Probably.
The hell's down here? Oh. That's somebody's stash. The Ark of the Covenant! Nope. I ain't touching that. Nope, not touching that. Not fucking with the glowing altar.
What do you mean glowing altar?
I'm not touching the glowing altar. That's somebody's fucking Ark of the Covenant looking ass.
I think he's going to go touch it.
He's been here before. He knows what he's doing. I don't. I'm not touching shit. Alright, I'm about to come in with a very loudmouth merchant who has done business dealings with Julius before. He's gonna try and get some more deals out of the party.
Oh boy. Alright. Nothing.
Ah, my favorite customer, Julius!
It has been a while. Yes.
So good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Do you still not do the handshakes? Ah, there we go. I didn't see your normal pod come in.
Double liking.
What's that? Oh, sorry.
You're double liking?
That happens sometimes, you know.
That's all good. Interference and frequencies is not safe.
Oh, of course.
Yes. So yes, I have some other ones with me.
Ah, you bring more to me bring me more and more. First you bring me credits, and now new clientele, huh?
Ah, well, it's just how it is.
Good. Welcome. Just grab your hand.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
watch the claws, by the way, if you're gonna do that.
No, madam. Ma'am. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Indeed.
I am Arlenzo. I'm the one managing the bazaar today. It's my turn, my shift.
Anything unique?
Oh, whatever your heart desires.
Any specials of the day, in a sense?
Specials. We do have some stuff from the slums of Tartarus that you won't see up top, if you catch my drift.
Interesting.
It's really popular with the soldiers as they're, not allowed to go back.
Fair enough.
Nah, we got some schmuck saying he's got relics from the origin world, but it's a lot of crock shit, if you ask me.
Something to look into.
No, we got some better than standard issue reinforced armor.
I like to look over some of that.
Caught your eye. Good.
Probably won't buy in bulk.
But-
I'll need to find proper pieces.
But of course, whatever we don't have here that you don't see, we can definitely go look. For a looker's fee, of course. We have arms across the galaxy, after all. And eyes and ears in many places.
Of course.
Speaking of eyes and ears across the galaxy,
No.
my private shipment.
Yes, I'm keeping track of it. It'll arrive at the predetermined place.
Good.
I had to pay a pretty penny to get it past customs, you know.
Yes, I know.
Well, I know you're good for the credits, big guy, so happy to do business as always.
Exactly.
Yes, you said you want to look at the armor, yes?
Yeah, something that's sleek and helpful in combat.
Oh,
That can help me not
but
be
of
seen.
course. Soldiers are some of our best clients, after all. And given by your
Or-
patch... Oh, Phantoms, I take it.
Yes. I'm
Ah.
looking for armor to help me with scouting and stealthing.
Ah, well, we can definitely... If you want to look over this way, the rest of you, please, look at the stalls and be nice to the vendors. Some of them are a bit scared of newcomers, but don't let that stop you. Once I'm done with this fine gentleman here, I'll come and see to you. How about that?
Fair enough.
Excellent, excellent. Ah, yes, if you just follow me real quick.
Of course. Say, what's up with the orb though? Was that just there for decoration or?
Ah, yes, the orb of...
Interesting name.
It's an ancient sacred name. Put some respect on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As you should be. Now then, over here. You said you're looking for something that has to do with more stealth related, right?
Yes, something that would be stealth related and help me survive a few more hits than what I'm used to. Because, well, this is nice, but it's not going to help me survive properly
Ah, yes, of course.
in the long term.
Now, let me look through here. No. No, not that. Not that. He throws out like a clown nose. Definitely not that. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm guessing someone managed to mix up some shipments with that one.
Oh, no. That's also a bomb.
There he goes.
Fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. Yes. There we go. Right, here we go. Start making some room. This one's used by some of the less desirables down below in the lower city of Tartarus. This is a favorite of pirates, rogues, thieves, and the like. It's reliable when it counts for when you get shot in the back when the job gone wrong.
I see. One moment, because my Steam Link VR is being a bitch if you can still hear me.
I still hear you.
There you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't help with Steam Links. That's.
No, I get
listen,
it. No, it's
listen. Nah, listen. I fuck with a lot of silly little stuff. Not those.
Not those.
Empress has gone pretty hard on those. I can't get pitched too much
This-
more.
This is nice, though. The helmet, do you have something that's a bit more sleek in design? It has a simpler visor where it's hard to pierce through.
Well, something like this, huh?
Yes, that will do.
Alright. There you go.
Nice. Well, there's a second thing I am looking for.
Hmm.
Oh, that's it. Have you seen any different types of swords like this?
No, I've seen lots of types of swords. Long swords, short swords, gun swords, plasma swords. Reverse blade swords.
Yes. I'm looking for something to partner with this to help me with a more defensive style with it when in melee combat or other means.
Right.
If you don't have anything here, I don't mind paying a finder's fee per se.
Right. Wait. Move this shit off. Yeah.
Do you need assistance?
Nope, I got it.
Okay. I thought I could offer.
That's fine, I got it. The weapons are in here. It's not anything too crazy, is it?
No, I don't need anything too crazy. Simple works. Though if you do have something that would account as crazy that you think would fit, you are the connoisseur here, my good friend.
Friends already. I'll take it. Oh.
I consider those that are useful and, well, helpful a friend, per se.
Now, what kind of length you looking for?
Something not as long, a bit shorter, but still a good length to where I can block with it if need to be.
This one's a bit of a shorter blade.
May I get a feel for it real quick?
Sure. Craftsmanship.
Can it come with a hand guard, just in case I need to use that?
We can add an addendum to it.
I think that will do just fine then.
Alright. Now, would you like to lock in both items?
Yes.
He will pull out what looks like a tablet. As you kind of look at it, he's scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of items that look like, say, like a grenade or a box of bullets, with the prices continually fluctuating as the tablet seems to be a real-time market tracker as he goes through the two items that you requested, and he locks in the price as it is current. Alright, both prices have been locked in. May I get your contact info so I can send the bill your way?
Indeed.
As I figure, money will be one problem to a phantom. Awesome.
There you go.
No.
I have another question for you while I have you at this time.
Sure.
What's the deal with the golden chest up there, if you don't mind me asking? Or is it more of a private matter?
Can't talk about that to non-members. Sorry.
Understood. I thought I'd at least ask if that's fair.
You're allowed to look, just don't touch. I mean, if
I am allowed to inquire.
Privately.
So be it.
I mean, granted, if you had touched it, the guards would have killed you.
Oh, of course. You
Yes,
did
sir.
not. You were just curious what it was.
It's a private religious matter. Lesser known,
Understandable.
lesser known in the Empire, but we keep to ourselves.
I mean, it resembles some of the bird people I used to flock with in my younger days.
Of course. All right, now then. Thank you so much for your patronage.
Of
Well,
course.
we'll
Enjoy it.
We'll have someone ready it for you and send it to your ship.
Of course.
Ah, yes, the two of you. Welcome. Now, how can I help the both of you?
You first.
I think it'd be alright.
Alright,
That
I
should be helpful.
suppose I'd be interested in looking at helmets, potentially.
Ah, now those we have aplenty. Now, given your...
Oh, do you have any that would fit around my horns?
Ah, yes, you're one of the newer species. Well, new isn't new to the
I
Empire.
recommend a faceplate instead of an actual full helmet.
Potentially.
Now, yes, if you'll allow me just 1 second, pulls out an old-fashioned tape measure. It's literally wrapping around your head. Doing its best not to touch your horns. Okay.
Do you tend to do things like that unprompted?
Yes.
Anyway, let's look at those helmets.
The engineers do full helmet.
Right. Well, come here. Don't be shy. Don't bite that hard. It's a joke. I don't bite people unless they ask for it. But that costs extra.
Be impressed if you found a way to through that mask.
What would I do with it? Never mind. Now, is there a particular style or color you're looking for? You know, looking
I'm gonna be right there.
like modern Tartarus, ancient Tartarus.
Don't care much so long as it works.
Right. Now. Were there helmets that your kind tended to wear?
Not generally.
Not generally. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
armor was mostly leather and furs.
Ah, more of the primal civilization. Understood. Understood. Less developed, but not any less useful in the eyes of Tartarus. Nah. Pulls out like a colorful, like clown afro. Nah. Ah. Oh, my leg is being weird. Forgive me a second. I need to readjust my bones. Oh, it's just not working. Fantastic. I'll have to buy another one. Alright, this one should do just fine. What do you think?
Fine. Looks fine enough.
Alright. Now, would you like to lock in the price?
How much would it be?
You see, he pulls out a tablet, and as he's scrolling through it, you see he's scrolling through hundreds of items that the prices are changing in real time until he finds it. Helmet you're looking at shows it to you. Price fluctuates. We lock in on real-time pricing based on market values.
Are they generally supposed to be changing that fast?
It's a big galaxy.
Right.
Price right now
Would I be
is...
able to tell, like, a general range?
It's not ridiculous. The helmet is of a little bit nicer quality, so the price is a little bit better for like a reinforced helmet, and there is a bit of an uptick for obviously the services of the black market you're using, but he's not ripping you off, as he's going with basing it on actual market price. So it will not break the bank for a single fucking helmet.
Well, looks like a fair enough price.
Alright, we got confirmation. Push the button. Price stays the same. Alright. Alright, there we go. Now then, anything else?
I think that'll be it.
Alright, fantastic. I already got the information off of that one. So I'll go have one of my guys package it up for you real nice, and we'll send it to your ship.
Okay.
You know, while we're waiting for our friend to come back, the other items of interest you mentioned, the ones from the slums and the relics.
Hmm.
Could we look at those if we're allowed to?
Normally, yes. However, you are new customers.
Understandable. So
Those
good to
are-
ask, is it not?
No, you're perfectly fine in doing so. Those are reserved for more prestigious clientele, and those that have
Bring
good,
in more
and,
money.
those that also have good credit with us, those that won't stab us in the back, as I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. No, I
Do I
understand.
still hold the highest record for it or no?
Some are clamoring close.
Damn, I knew he'd try. He's still alive, at least.
Yeah, he is.
Damn.
Listen, we're happy to get any Nepo baby hidden in our scopes, believe you and me. Good for business, those ones. They just spend and spend and spend and don't look back. Makes things useful.
Fucking artifact collector.
It happens, though. Oh, it's somewhat working again. Unfortunate. I'll just turn off my bones for the time being. You know how it is.
Yes, indeed.
Listen, when you live next to us...
I am admittedly somewhat curious in some of those artifacts, though. Don't think I would necessarily care to buy any of them.
That is fair. How about this? For free, for a few months, I can send you a catalog of some of our more interesting items.
I like the sound of that. Captain might like it as well.
Oh, the captain's very well of our business.
Fair. No, there was something that just came across my mind.
Of course, yes.
Our black market. Have you come
We
upon
like
any
to think
interesting-
black market's such a dirty phrase. We like to think of it as
bizarre.
alternative purchases.
Well, that as well.
Have you procured any ancient scrolls of ninjutsu over your time here? Out of curiosity.
Ancient scrolls. I would not be the one to look into those, as I deal mostly with weaponry, armor, and the like myself. If you like, I can check with some of our other members.
Of course, and I would be willing to pay up front now for a finder's fee, of course.
I'll send you word of how much a commission would cost. How about that?
Thank you very
As
much.
depending on the scroll, the knowledge.
It can be
it can-
quite pricey, yes.
It can be pricey, yes. Exactly. And now for you,
Thank you for that. Oh,
my red-haired
welcome
beauty.
back.
What can I help you with?
I was looking more towards weapons for the most part.
Another connoisseur of weapons, of course. What are you looking for?
Well, got things that survive a large amount of heat?
I would hope so. We live next to a fucking sun.
Well, those are what I'm interested in mostly.
Of course. Now for the special stuff. Let me go have a look over here real quick. But what kind of temperature range we talking here realistically? Are we talking actual sun level? Cause that, that might
Melting
take
stone.
melting stone. Let me have a look here.
Also, additional question.
Yes.
That,
Now the starship.
yeah. I'm just curious, mostly.
It's not mine. I could talk to the owner, see if they're willing to sell for us the right price. He has been looking.
Mostly looking at it just because of, well, might be useful.
Well, I'm sure many things are useful to phantoms. Let's see.
I also don't want anything that will break easy.
Oh, of
It might be
course.
used as a blunt object more than once.
That's fair enough. Looking at you, I can tell you're strong. Only the best for you. Now, what kind of style of weapon are you looking for? He's holding an axe in his hand right now.
I got melee weapons covered. I'm looking at ranged.
Ah, of course. That will be over here in this box. What are you looking? What are you looking for? Short burst, full auto, scatter, long range, short range, incineration.
Shotgun might be fun.
We have disintegration in here. You know, stuff that's not legal for civilian use. Stuff you won't get at any military store.
Tempting.
Let's have a look. We have been getting some strange weapons in, stuff from the fringes. But for those, because those aren't in our catalog, right now I can give you somewhat of like, do you have any like models planned for any weapons?
Not really. I was going to go with the flow for the most part.
Okay.
Also, while we're slightly out of character, see my message?
No, I did not. Okay. Alright, once we get you set up, I'll mention over there.
But yeah, no. If you want to just send me a list later of new stuff coming in, I guess that would be better.
We had another client come in and scrape a lot of our stuff. Unfortunately, recently, so...
That's fine. Like I said, just partially interested in disintegration and partially interested in the new stuff, so...
That's fair. You know what? Since you're
Do you need a
first...
direct link?
I got one from one of your friends, so I can... And I know the captain, so I can...
Alright.
Like I said,
Fair.
you know what? Since you're a first-time customer, I'll cut out the finder's fee. Just this once.
Alright.
Right
Appreciate it.
Of course.
And do also, like I said, give me a bit of an idea of what I'm looking at for that thing.
Of course. I'll talk to the owner. They've been looking to upgrade anyway, so it's very possible I can get you a fair price on it.
Your prerogative, not mine.
All right. I believe that concludes our business. Actually, we do have a new item in stock.
No.
Some iconography of a lesser-known cult. And serums of the infamous dragon cult. Uh-huh.
How much?
Now those we
See
haven't
you all
said.
back at the ship.
No.
Congratulations. You set them off. Possibly.
What did I do? I'm trying.
Good to know.
Probably said something.
Probably the cult.
Continue.
Well, these are new items that we haven't had yet to catalog, so we're still trying to find a market price that's Makes sense. Let's try
Name a
to...
price. Your price.
Now, just for information, I don't know what these serums do. Someone else brought them in. They're fresh off.
Listen, I don't care. I'm just doing this to screw over the artifact collector.
I mean, I can't help but be interested in something coming from a dragon cult, being a dragonkin myself.
For the serum... Based off what I can think of... Let's... go... 150,000.
Along with the iconography?
With that... 155.
Well, you're aiming that high, see?
Again, this is brand new territory. We haven't had the proper time to do research, and this is highly sought after.
Thankfully,
You're absolutely certain
I
it
still
does
have
anything?
that discount you owe me.
Alright, alright. Now... let's bring it down to 130.
For both.
For both.
We both know you don't like the artifact collector. You and many of the others here.
Oh, I like his money, that's about it.
125.
$127, and you get a hefty lead on him. I'll screw him over on next deal. How about that?
Next 3.
2.
Deal.
All right. Sounds good. All of them packed in with the, you know, all of them sent to you immediately. Ugh, that iconography creeps me out a bit. Granted, we're our own little cult-ish, but I wouldn't go that far. Those freaks are something else, though.
So, anything else?
I think... I know your friend that stormed off was wondering about the starship. I mean,
Yes, the one I tried to buy and you said no originally.
listen, there was a lot of potential buyers at the time. Some offered better prices.
You said I was too big for it, not the price.
You are... It was implied. I didn't want to say it outright. That'd be fucking
It was
rude.
implied. Listen,
No. I said inquire about it, Julius. What are we talking about intimidation?
I am not doing such at the moment.
No, unintentionally.
Listen, name a price.
I told you I'd inquire about it. Alright? The guy's looking to sell it anyways. I can probably get for cheaper. He's looking to upgrade.
Well, current price that they're looking at.
For that, 400,000. I'm trying to talk him down to
Counter
lower.
offer, 350,000.
I just said 400,000. You're going to 50?
350.
350. I'll bring it up with him.
If they want higher, tell them 375. No more, no less.
Right. Of course, I will.
Here's a question. Are there any current problems with the ship or anything extra we should know about?
Not just an older model. She runs fine, from what I can tell.
Any special modifications to it?
They took out some of the heavier bits to make her lighter. That's about it.
There was the one aftermod I didn't note on it. The engine.
Yeah. Well, they took some out to put in the
Slight
big.
modification.
They took out some unnecessary bits to put in a bigger engine.
Yes.
That's about all I know.
It's to be faster than normal.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's meant to be a cargo runner.
Thank you for your time, then. I have nothing else to say unless my associates do.
Well, you've made my purse heavier, in which case, may the blessings of Fortuna be upon all of you.
It is a pleasure doing business, as always.
Of course.
Keep me updated.
I always do.
Well, I think that was...
Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, I should probably be. Sorry about that, I got pulled away.
You're fine.
Nah, I had a guy offering explosive rounds. Bought a few boxes worth.
Good.
Where'd Val go? Head back to the ship already?
Yes.
Actually, the scorch marks on the ground should.
Not in a good mood.
Indeed.
That
So
wasn't-
if I were you, I'd watch myself.
She had me but like twice.
One item they seemed uppity about.
Yes. Something about a dragon clan, by the sound of it.
Cult, not a clan. A cult.
Nah.
Sorry, I'm used to a
You're-
clan being called what most things were.
You're fine, you're
Not
fine.
to forget my term.
Nothing I know too much about, so.
Nor do I. I just wanted to fuck with someone. Not them, someone else.
Yeah. Probably don't tell her that then.
Indeed.
They already know that I did it for that reason. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Not my problem.
Alright, the guy said that he'll be packaging everything. We'll get everything on the ship here soon. So.
Alright.
Good. Hard to help me in a new sword. I should understand another element to use, possibly fire, or maybe try some poison. Oh, indigestion. Oh, phew. Okay, I can drop the voice now. Oh,
There we go.
There we go.
spicy hours.
Ooh.
Lore. Lore.
Oh, by the by, she'll probably be requesting the serum from you.
I paid for it. Give me a good reason.
Huh?
I paid for it. Give me a good reason.
She'd probably just pay you to get it back if she needed.
For the price I
The
paid.
only one interested.
Huh?
You definitely wouldn't be the only one interested.
She will be doing a lot to get that back if needed.
See, I'm more interested in the variety this place has to offer and like the extra stuff. I'm curious what the fuck all that's about. Like the chest, the orb, you know. Curious.
What could it be?
Many things.
What could it
Many
be?
things.
Many things.
But now you guys
Little
have,
do they know, I'm
ample
flying
view
off by the
of
seat of my
depression,
pants the whole time.
Valerie into
See,
talking.
Don't worry, I know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Depends on
I
the
might make a
scenario.
merchant
I
character
wouldn't
as
say
well
it's
for some
pressure
stuff.
for someone like
Could be
Hugo. It's
useful.
more
I was
like,
doing like a sort
what
of
is your mind could come
like,
to
oh,
some
they're
sort of
like
make
they're yeah, sure, they're a black market, but they have like their own little religious thing going on. Like
Yeah,
for,
no,
If you mention
Yeah.
I can tell, because that's why, like, when I actually, when you were away with Winter, I basically said that the building, like the ruins, used to be like a
share with you.
like
Oh no, I still have
temple.
the links up. I'm just fucking blind.
sort of like
So
a
it gives, like,
goddess of
yeah.
commerce and
yeah,
deals.
it's like tied into that a bit, so you have that going for you.
Potentially.
But yeah, I could definitely cook up some stuff with the amount of
Yeah.
stuff I'm digging up.
Effectively the
So,
first
merchant
confirmation
could
ever
be
hunch
done.
that
Especially because that model I saw had some
Whatever's
moments
going
of
on
just
has
weird
something
weight
to do
pinning and
with
other
the
stuff, so that
dragons.
one is
which, if anything, just
very
leaves her
interesting.
mildly
Yeah.
confused
Oh,
that
I
she
should
hasn't
also
been
say.
headbutt more often.
yeah.
Also, I will say, prices are probably subject to change, as I'm sure you know, I'm flying by the seat of my pants for a few of these things.
Oh, no, of course.
And I also don't know if we have money we're supposed to be.
Nah,
keeping
he's
track
charging
of.
the captain. Don't worry about it. He knows where the money comes from.
Charging the captain, I actually am going to tell you this. I took the bureaucrat's card.
Ha! Nah, he figured. I figured.
I will be just kind of going with the flow, so if you just give
Yeah.
me some general ideas for stuff, I'll just look in that direction.
Absolutely.
I gotta figure out a sword now, but the stuff I sent you in DM's gooey. So
Ooh.
the
But yeah, You're
yeah.
lucky.
So look at that real quick. So the body, arms, and legs of the first link, and then the helmet of the second one.
Let me have.
Considering everything.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Because you
Yeah.
get the first impression.
Yeah.
And
I don't know about the swords on the
Pissed her
back
off
from the because that's the Witcher set, that first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
And
it fits
part
the,
of the
it fits the
reason for
aesthetic
her-
a little bit. For like,
Okay.
you know, a good scout armor.
Okay,
Second
okay.
helmet, I'm just like, I just like the second helmet just works with him as a
Instead of
person.
just
Mm-hmm. Very
Just
good.
Finding the
and just
pieces
laughing
now, that's the
at
issue.
Yeah.
Finding the pieces and then like, you know, getting someone to set it up and help
Absolutely.
me.
And part of the reason for her whole
Sword, though,
comments in the
sword,
meeting
that's gonna-
room was kind of
That's
just to
gonna
make
be
a point of.
tricky one to find and figure
Yeah,
out, you know?
I know something's going on there. It's not my
Mhm.
problem.
I'm definitely gonna have to look around, but yeah.
And I know you have also heard some of the things that I've.
And
been
then
muttering
funny ninja
on
scrolls.
purpose, but
Mm-hmm.
curious if you heard the most recent one. Since I
Oh,
did
yeah, for-
very quietly say that one.
Fun thing. This was for the Halloween episode of Tempest when we had our little pirate RP,
Just kind of
like our
muttering
one-day
about
pirate roleplay.
One day
That's
pirate.
More than
It
that,
is
then
the
I
way it
didn't pick
is.
up on
That
it.
explains a lot.
Yeah, and he wears a mask all the time, so I'm like, oh, can I get the Corvo mask? Like, absolutely. Here you go. I'm like, awesome, sweet.
So I'll tell you that stupid
Here you go. Enjoy.
in character.
I
Oh,
had
I
to talk
could've
like
done
this for
this.
a whole roleplay, yar. To be talking like this,
I could have done this.
talking like this
I
for
could've
4
done
I
hours.
can actually hear it.
Talking like this for 4 hours
Okay, I got
fucks
an
up your
idea.
throat real bad,
Within the
yar.
Absolutely, she
I
would
got
have
an
heard
idea.
it, but
Hear me out. Hear me
through
out
the
on
wall,
this.
she wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily have any better.
Once
hearing.
it's done loading.
Are you sure?
There it goes.
Alright.
Because
What the
it would be enough to somewhat muffle the
Is that-
vibrations.
It's a Thunder Warrior, but I know it's not.
No, it's a fucking squat marine from fucking
Ah!
Rogue Trader shit.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
The squatties. The squatties are the dwarves, if I'm not mistaken.
But I hope you
Well,
liked-
yeah,
Pretty much.
I fuck what name?
They-
Aurelio.
Later on.
Oh.
Yeah.
The thing is, where have I heard Fortuna?
He's
before?
very
I've
well
heard that
connected.
before. What is Fortuna from? I feel like I've heard that somewhere else.
Goddess of fortune, basically.
Wait.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
no,
for
I-
the most part, just don't worry about where stuff comes from.
Pretty much.
Oh no, I don't. It's more just my own mental state of like, huh? Because it sounds very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
More like, where's this from, and can I unlock a key memory from my past? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, now
I
you guys have
actually
things
forgot.
that you can pressure
Gooey,
valve
I
if you want.
forgot I had this.
Okay.
I forgot I had this.
Oh my
They
god.
considered in response to the comment from the merchant about the goddess. Given that her people worship either the sun or the moon, making a comment about that, but for her in particular, it would be the moon, which might be a little weird here of all places.
Yeah, I'm sad only one person asked about the name of the orb, because I was gonna do a bit every time someone asks someone what's it.
Because I got sidetracked, unfortunately, she was going to ask if she could touch the orb.
So the name of the orb changes every time someone asks about it.
Like I made a comment to the fucking Julius. She was very tempted to just try touching the orb and seeing what happens if it was.
Go rub your
going to be
face
too
all over
hard
it if you want to
for
touch
her.
it. Go
No,
rub your face
the
all
first
over
the first name of it was the second name was gonna be Hokashush.
it. Amazing. It just changes name every 5 minutes.
Like I said, I was going to ask about it, but I just kind of blanked.
Yeah, it's good. No
I
worries.
might actually ask if I could make this into another merchant.
So what?
Fucking stupid. I'm a merchant.
Yeah.
Be
A
very
merchant here
careful
at the
since
black
that is.
market.
What are you
Warhammer
buying?
stuff.
Technically, yes and no, because this is not in Warhammer anymore. That's the funny thing.
Is it
They're
still owned
weird.
by Games Workshop?
The Squad Marines, no, they don't even actually touch them. And even then, the stuff that's all used for these assets, none of it's actually done by Games Workshop. So,
Alright.
good. Trust me, I make sure about my stuff. I make sure I don't get into the weird legal nightmare that is Games Workshop as of late.
All right,
especially with the
everybody.
dumb
Thank
shit
you
they do
all
going.
for hanging out.
Yep.
I'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night, everyone.
To the parent